Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 27 of the road to 10,000. This is going to be the episode where we get to 7,000 online points, which should be pretty fun. I've got a couple requests that I'm going to take care of in the next few videos. One of which being Villager, which I actually messed around with it last night and I really liked it. But another one was one that I haven't used since like the first episode, which is Morton Blue Falcon. And you know, arguably one of the better setups in the game. Sure, let's give her a shot. This seems to be a nice big lobby. I've done a little bit of testing because the quality, I don't know if it's just a weird setting I have right now on OBS, whether it's Vegas dropping the quality a bit when it renders, whether it's on YouTube's end, I don't know. But if we get Rainbow Road, you'll see it, obviously. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But you've probably noticed it a few times in the series where the quality just kind of gets fuzzy. It's still 1080p. It's not. It's 720p, but it's 60 FPS, and it just kind of goes fuzzy, and it's very weird. I haven't even paid attention. This lobby looks alright. We're rocking Morton BF, so it should be a-okay. I played a bunch last night, but before that, I hadn't really played for like 3-4 days. Holy, okay. The bumping though. I hadn't really played for a while because I was up north in Northern Ontario with some of my friends camping and just generally promiscuous partying that goes on right before school comes back in. And I have a really funny video that I recorded one night while I was drunk, and I think I will throw that on to the end of this video. Damn, that was right in my line. And then I missed the SMT. Ugh. Holy, can I get some hops in? I seem really nervous right now, and I'm not quite sure why. Because I know how to race this course. And I'm in Morton Blue Falcon, so it shouldn't exactly be difficult. I feel like I break away from that person every time on this little section here. Because, to be fair, it is a more difficult section. Which I just failed for like the first time in a long time. And I keep getting coins. Help. So yeah, my weekend, it was really fun. I still smell of campfire smoke even after like 2 showers. Met some really nice people. Believe it or not, that stereotype of all Canadians being nice, it really is true. Like, there are obviously like a few douchebags in the country, but for the general case, if you meet someone at a party who you've never met before, you're basically instantly buddies. It's really nice. Okay, that was a much better finish to lap 3. Well, I guess I can't speak too soon, right? Lap 3 is not over. But, yeah, this seems to be an interesting lobby. Yahoo! Good old Morton. I miss Morton's noises as well. Wario and Morton have arguably the best voice acting in the entire game. And I don't use... They're like my least used heavies. It's very weird. So yeah, I had a pretty interesting week. It was very fun, and like I said, I would do it again in a heartbeat. But on the last day, I was craving some Mario Kart 8. So last night I came home. I was still a little bit hungover, so I didn't actually record. But what I did do is just play a lot. And yeah, I probably put in 5-6 hours of just getting back into the swing of things. I had videos going up already scheduled until the 26th. So this is the first video that I need to record since then. This one will be going up on the 27th, and I'm recording it on the night of the 26th. Like I said, that's rather rare for me in the series. Normally, they're well in advance recorded, so. Gonna probably tackle some Villager next video. Like I said, I've been practicing with him, or I practiced with him a lot last night, actually. I really like the way he feels in the Blue Falcon. If I win this race on Cheeseland, we might actually crack 7K, which would be pretty neat. In the Mario Kart 8 community, I don't know how many people have followed me on Twitter. If you don't, feel free. Link is always down below. Some real interesting shit has happened, not only while I was gone, but just in the last, I don't know, month or so in the competitive community. So if you don't know, in this game there's two types of controllers. There's advantaged and non-advantaged. Non-advantaged is stuff like Pro Controller, which I'm using, Wii U Gamepad, Nunchuck, and Wiimote, just things with an analog stick. They're generally referred to as stick controls. And they don't have a handling bonus or a traction bonus or anything. They're just bare knuckle controller method, and it's what most people use when they start off. Ugh. My alignment was way off on when I tricked there, and it just... Okay, I can't get drift speed back, and I'm just getting my ass handed to me now. So I don't know why it took me until like episode 27 to mention this, because this is like the biggest thing that's gone on in the Mario Kart 8 community in the last month. But basically what happened is a lot of people are just upset by the fact that you basically can't use your preferred controller anymore. Gamepad and Pro Controller feel a lot nicer, obviously, and Nunchuck to drive with. They feel natural. And Wii Wheel and the Dpad on the Wiimote get a traction advantage, and that's what happens. So basically, everyone kind of knew about Wii Wheel. You know, like back in Mario Kart Wii, how good old fail there by me. Everyone knows how back in Mario Kart Wii you could use the Wiimote and tilt it back and forth and use motion controls. Well, in this game, Nintendo decided, you know what, we should give the motion control users a little bit of an advantage because it's harder to use, which is fine if done well. They didn't do it well. They just blanket gave the Wiimote itself as a controller the traction advantage. And not only that, but the Wii Wheel itself is even broken. So you have two options for motion controls, which is either tilting the gamepad back and forth or using the Wii remote, both of which give a huge traction advantage. And for a long time, Wii Wheel world records were just basically unbeatable because they just gained in random places because of the added traction. Until somebody on Cheeseland actually found out that if you just use the D-pad and you use D-pad controls on the Wiimote, you get the same advantage. The only problem is it hurts your hand like hell to use a D-pad, and it's not very comfortable, and a lot of people are just like, why should I have to do this in order to compete? I should be able to use any controller I want to. One controller shouldn't be better than the others, and it's caused a lot of hostility, especially in the last few weeks, even though it was discovered right around the release of DLC Pack 2, which was in like early May. It just is like coming to fruition now of like a lot of people just getting up and saying, fuck this community's garbage. So I actually got Space Canyon, which is awesome. I really like this track. So there's been that going on. Recently in time trials, a player was able to set the track code. There's a lot of interesting, very interesting hacking you can do behind the scenes in this game, in terms of like track files and opening up the game. If I didn't burn out, okay, I think I win this race because I know the track better than anyone else here. If I could have got those coins, it would have been nice. Words? Can I speak them? So there's some really interesting things you can do with just the code and how the game is written. And obviously that includes custom textures, custom music. Check out Mr. Bean's channel, which I will leave down below if you're interested in this. He's done a lot of Mario Kart 8 hacks already. And has been for about last year. But he doesn't release them publicly, and they're not widely available. So nobody's really had to worry about the general public getting a hold of them. Some guy named Ryan from the States managed to get online, time trial mode, so not online, but was able to connect online and upload his Ghost afterwards. And basically what he did is he set Music Park on his game to only be one lap. He changed the lap counter to that of Rainbow Road and Big Blue and shit like that, so that after the first lap, the race just ended. And and he ended up with like a 43-second world record, which is obviously just completely unbeatable because generally the track's about a minute 50. So obviously if this becomes like widely used, the game would be pretty fucked. At least the leaderboards would be online. So that's kind of interesting. It's kind of scary. He ended up deleting his time because a lot of people just straight up weren't happy with it. And he's like, oh, you know what? Sorry, guys. I didn't mean any of this. Let me just delete it. But the question remains, would Nintendo have actually stepped in and deleted it for him if he didn't do it? Like, how would Nintendo handle it? Are they just completely done with this game? Stuff like that. Alright, so this comes down to who's better at the end of the track. It should be me. And it was, hey. So there's that, which is kind of interesting. And then somebody found an image, which I guess I can leave the push down below, of somebody creating a custom track, which, once again, Mr. Bean has been working on. I believe he's making, is it Lava Road? It's a really, really classic one from Mario Kart Wii. And it's called, you could just see the programmer in the top left corner. It was MK8 CT hack, which is a custom track hack. And it looked really nice. And to be honest, I'm so down for custom tracks if they're done properly and implemented nicely. But I have a feeling that's a long way down the road because it requires Nintendo to stop supporting the console with updates so that people can actually hack it and have it remain hacked instead of it constantly being patched. So who knows? Either, all in all, it's just been an interesting few days that I completely missed, where like I'm away camping, I come back and it's like, oh shit, there's like 3 new controversies, MK8 got hacked, there's like custom tracks coming in the near future, custom musics and replays. Like, this is really fucking neat. Regardless, this has kind of been a very talky episode. We're already up to 12 minutes in the recording, it looks like, and this is going to be the 4th race. So we actually get some F-Zero. This is a very laid-back episode. If this is your first one on my channel, you're probably already gone. Hey, would you look at that? We passed 7,000. That's kind of neat. I was in the middle of one of my rambles, and good old Morton Blue Falcon. Have we run every race? This combination just feels so natural, baby. I feel so close to you right now, like a force field. I haven't played, my setup, oh, that was terrible. Okay, this is, what pattern is this? Okay, this is the, this is the time trial pattern. I just failed it. Wow. Can we stop just jumping over boost panels? I know that this track is basically jump over the boost panel of the game, but like, okay, so this has been quite possibly the worst lap one I've ever had on Mute City. I have missed almost every boost panel, but we're still somehow in first. I heard that green shell. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that in my earphone. Okay, so I had to jump over that, so I didn't go off. Okay, let's try not to jump over any boost panels here. This is not the time trial setup at all. This is like a 3rd pattern. That's a very weird pattern. Okay. Words? No words. So yeah, this game, I don't know, like I said, I'm totally down for, why was that banana there? Dude, ink plus banana is so broken, you can't see shit. And the bananas spin you out so much. Like, while you're inked, you hit bananas you normally wouldn't ever hit. I was gonna say I'm gonna try to not miss a single boost panel lap 3, but I already did. Yeah, these all seem like over a little bit. Stop jumping over boost panels, please. I have to say, if you actually ever time trial this track, and you actually know how to fire hop, for my viewers, that's like the hardest part of this track, is to actually hit all the boost panels. As we're unfortunately not going to get shrooms because there are no item boxes there. As that guy's about to get blued, maybe he's going to get blue before the line and I can pull shrooms. No, of course not. I'm going to hope to get someone with that. Go, go, go! I somehow stole second. Not even bad. Not quite the first, but to be honest, did you see my race? I didn't deserve a first place. So yeah, I'll throw. This is gonna be a really long episode, but I'll throw on that video I filmed at the party. I got a laugh out of it. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, check out the other videos in the series. Next time is going to be a lot more upbeat, a lot less talky. I just figured I'd bring you up to date in the goings-on in the MK8 community. It's actually really interesting. And yeah, hope to see you next time. Bye.
Okay, so I know you can't hear anything, but I just realized how much of a Canadian redneck I am. And you know what? At this point, I'm not even mad. I'm just going to accept it. I am currently, like, in the middle of nowhere at a Canadian farm, drunk off my ass on Canadian import beer. Not import, sorry. Just straight up Canadian beer from a Canadian brewery. Molson Canadian, if you will. That is the name of the beer. Dancing with nothing but Canadian girls and Canadian guys, playing road hockey in a driveway of a farm, eating corn that was roasted on a fire. It is currently 12:20 in the morning, and I'm covered in corn kernels sitting on a maple tree with a empty corn cob next to me, and I just realized, you know what? I'm the most Canadian motherfucker you'll ever meet in your life, and I'm okay with this. On to today's road to 10,000. Hopefully I'm less drunk when I record it.